Greetings one and all, this is Lloyd Brown and welcome social media family to my vlog with the great, I call him Bubblers the Great Man. That's how he's greeted on the phone. It's like, Bubblers say, hello? Bubblers the Great Man. He's like, yeah, hello Lloyd, how you doing?
Spectrum is green.
Always have time for this brother, man. I have this brother on speed dial, you know what I'm saying? You know, such is the reverence and the love I have for this brother here right now. So, on the last video we was talking about New Edge and his productions and him linking up with the new wave of producers and for the fact that he's noticing that there is quite a lot of female artists around now striving to reach a certain heights and to boost their profile, let's say, in the UK reggae scene, as it were. So I'm going to ask you this question, Bubblers, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't want you to hold back because, you know, you have the experience, right? You have all of that years of experience and knowledge and wisdom and all of these wonderful, beautiful things in even letting me know what you are seeing that is good in the business. So let's start with a positive. What are you seeing right now that is positive in this business that we are in now in the UK?
Well, I see a lot of up-and-coming producers. I don't mean to be condescending when I say that, but they're coming out of the woodwork. You know, they were very far and few between, but a lot of them are coming forward now. I don't know if it's a financial climate where they can get to do what they need to do, but they're coming forward. But I'll be honest, some of the productions still need a fine ear to me. I'm not the judge and jury of anybody or anything, but majority of it is good. But a lot of it, this is all right. This is what I'm gonna say this. I said this to. Right, Masai, for argument's sake, when he first came to me, and he played me some of his demos, which he was considering doing, I said, you need to study the sounds that you're using, or examine them. You know, you listen to current tunes, which is really doing it out there, and then listen to what you're using. And majority of the time, when he did that, he found that his sounds were weak and they're not standing up.
You're missing out something there. You're missing out something. When you basically gave him a piece of music to differentiate what he was doing and what this other person was doing, which artist did you just pick out of the bag, Bubblers? Come on, man.
I think it was Barry Salmon.
Barry Salmon, you know, Barry Salmon. It wasn't even the case where he went two levels higher. He went to Barry Salmon. You know what I'm saying? In the upper stratosphere of this reggae music team.
But listen, that's what you need to head for. True. Because he is the man.
True.
You know, they don't call him Barry's Don't Bill a Bad Tune.
No,
man.
he has. There's a tune that Barry has voiced on, which has got to be the worst Barry Salmon song I've ever heard.
I haven't heard that.
And in fact, you know what? I'm gonna make a vlog on that alone, just to prove to people
Him can
make a bad tune. And trust me, the tune is bad. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. People think Barry Salmon, are you? Put out the crack, Lloyd. Are you talking sense? No, trust me. I'm gonna find the tune and I'm gonna do it on another vlog. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I was comparing it to. So I said, you know, you need to listen, and he kind of said, yeah, I probably invest in some sounds. But by then, he says, well, here, I got a tune I want you to do. Just do that for me right now in the meantime, right. Which was the Rock On, and he was very, very happy with that when I gave that to him.
I would be.
Yeah, well, but I'm just saying is that, and what it's not. I said to him, don't come to me all the time. You can come to me. I don't mind that. But I'm just saying is I'm not saying that so you depend on me. I'm just trying to show you in future if you're doing anything, you know, listen to the sounds.
Yeah.
You know, don't just. You know, a lot of people that come to me with their demos. on the plugin it says rim shot, hi-hat, organ, piano, and they just use the first one on the list. They're not listening to the quality of the sound. You know, and I'm gonna say this now. A lot of the English producers might not like when I say it, but that's what the Jamaicans, not for the time, have over we. They'll make something out of nothing. They'll get the worst sound and they'll fix it up. They'll EQ it and they'll do all sorts to it.
Let me stick a pin right there, right? Okay, let's pluck a name out of the hat. Sly Dunbar, right? It's agreed that he's one of the great reggae drummers of our time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the sounds that Sly picks out is not necessarily from a Caribbean background. Well, I would. Yeah.
No, he picks from all different type of backgrounds.
Yeah, like Latin percussion, Latin drums. And what he does, sometimes he fuses the sounds of two different instruments
to make one.
To make the one.
Yeah.
And that creates the sound that we know Sly Dunbar to have.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Don't just go in your PC and see rim. Some of these rim shots, they just sound like somebody's hitting a pencil against the table. It doesn't sound. But because it's a rim shot, you're going to use that, and you listen to the drums, they just don't sound balanced.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is sometimes if you just use your ears a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. I'm not judging anybody here or anything like that. I'm just saying, just use your ear when you're billing tunes. Be attentive to when you're billing them.
Not just, and I'm quoting him. Not just tick tick cock, tick 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 cock, tick 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 cock. So when you hear me say that, it's bubblers. Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying?
No.
Okay, good. So you heard it from him.
No, but even if you go and pick a tip tip cock, pick a nice tip tip cock. Don't just do any song, because those weak tweedy sounds, they don't help you at all.
No.
And then and what I find is that some people are just getting used to it and they accept it. It just lowers the standard of the quality.
But I mean, to their defense, I have to say that it does take, for the fact that the new wave of producers are actually doing something, they're actually presenting something out there, whether it be right, wrong, or indifferent, at least they have the bravery to do that, and for them to find out if they are correct or not, in order for them to basically to come different. So, and what I'm noticing now is that with certain producers is that they were like that before. The stuff that they were basically producing was kind of lackluster, but they're learning. They're learning, and in turn they're remixing certain tunes and what have you, and they're improving, and that can only be commended.
Yes.
Because it's easy for people who can't play an instrument to say, oh, that don't sound right, or that don't sound good. Yeah. But they don't overs the effort it takes to even make a tune even that bad to begin with. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it can only basically be commended. So in terms of positive things, there's producers coming out and doing good things, and there's new fresh talent. All right, so let's get into the negative territory. What are you basically seeing, witnessing that really for you is not just a case? Well, no, that's not right. That's just a no. What is there?
I couldn't put my finger on that right now, because there's so much things that's changing and moving. It's like it's like what you're saying. It's like it's very hard to put a no, and then again, to be honest, I haven't been in the business. I've only been in the business of recording.
Right.
Because and that's it, and I'm in my own little world. I don't know what most people are doing, because I don't know if people are aware that I'm not a well man. I'm on dialysis, and I'm a diabetic, so I'm at home most of the time. So I'm not out there to really judge on the business practices of what people are doing, if that's what you mean. Like business practices, like doing shows, doing PAs or whatever it is like that. I'm not really on that. I'm not really knowledgeable about that. I used to be when I was in it, but I'm not really knowledgeable about that. But recording wise, I like you say, I can't really say what's bad. Is like you said, people have to try.
Yeah.
And do something, you know, and if they're gonna do it, the only way they're gonna learn is just they make mistakes. Making mistakes is the best way to learn. When you're doing it, nobody's gonna do everything perfect all the time. But learning is making mistakes, and you learn, and to learn from the mistakes, that's where the lesson is. So, that's all I can say to that. I can't say what people are really doing badly or anything like that.
Well, I mean, maybe that's a poor choice of words still, but I think basically what you're saying, and I can actually, you know, encapsulate it in a song, and it's a brand new song, and it's from Chesedek, and he wrote a song called "Work with what you have and improve on it." That's more or less it. You know what I mean? That's more or less it. You just work with what you have and improve on it. Don't just work with what you have and be satisfied with what you have, because there's people out there that might not be satisfied with that, and they know that you've got promise to make better of your works. And it's not a quick thing, you know what I mean? You know, it's the love of music that will hold you in good stead.
Yes.
And for anyone that's serious about the music, if they want to use the reggae music thing or the music thing as a stepping stone to other things, then you are fine, fair enough. You know what I mean? It's a temporary thing for you. But if you love the music and you have any regard for the music, just like how I have regard for this brother here by me being here and interviewing him, it's his longevity, my longevity, our collaborative efforts that's going to help basically keep the thing strong.
Yes.
You know, within the whole of the reggae fraternity. So if it's something that you love to do, then obviously you're going to improve on it, and it's not a quick thing. You know, it's just not a quick thing. And with technology moving the way it's moving, it's widely available, widely affordable, and you know we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. You know, so I'm just gonna basically ask to wrap up this interview, this reasoning. Where can people find you, social media wise?
Social media, I'm basically on Instagram, Bubblers Ogilvie, and Facebook, Bubblers Ogilvie.
Bubblers Ogilvie.
Yeah. Bubblers Ogilvie, but Bubblers Ogilvie. It's a Scottish name, Scottish. As most of us Jamaicans have Scottish names. So that's where you'll find me.
Okay.
And my website for my tunes, if you will go on my website, I got my website where you can buy your tunes from, and it's only 80 pence a tune, and it's www.newedgemusic.com. That's NU music.
EDGE.
And so we'll start again. New NU Edge EDGE music.com. And that's www.newedgemusic.com.
And that's where you can find all of Bubbler's wonderful pieces of work. Got some of my stuff in there, right there. My duet with Cassandra London, it's in there as well. You got stuff with Gappy Ranks, Luciano, Carol Thompson, Victor Romero Evans, enough people, you know what I mean? All under the heading of New Edge, which is basically music produced by this wonderful gentleman here. And before we actually finally close, is there anyone you want to big up, anyone you want to give special mention to?
I just want to give a big up to the industry and hoping we can push this thing upwards, because we need to help each other. We need to help each other. No, a lot of us seem to be islands in our own little spaces or in our world. So me and Lloyd do him thing, and me I do my thing, but he'll call me and I'll call him, and we'll help each other. You understand? And that's what we need to do in order to live up the thing, because everybody in their corner is not going to help it. We need to help out each other.
And that's why I don't call what we have an industry, because
cottage industry.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the simple fact that we And for an industry to work, it's like, you know, all the cogs has got to basically fit.
Yes.
And if you want to call one producer and you can't get that producer for whatever reason, or you want to call a distributor and you can't get a distributor for a reason, and the next thing is like, oh, they've just distributed 20,000 copies of an album that they've got interest in or what have you. That's not an industry. That's not an industry. That's self-interest at the end of the day. So that's why I don't call it an industry. But with what we have, we can build up this thing and sustain it and move it forward. Not just for us, but the future generations. Have them interested and enthused in this thing that we call reggae music. So it's with that, I just want to say, Bubblers, it's been a pleasure, and I know that people are watching this now, and they're going to find pleasure in seeing the eye, listening to the reasoning, and, you know, just getting a vibe of the man behind the music. So with a minute to go or so, I just want to thank you, Bless.
Yes, Lloyd. Yes, Lloyd.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me here in your home and in your studio. So we're going to chew the fat after this and just, you know, just chomp down on some food and reason and ting. And he's going to force some rhythms down my throat. You know what I mean? Because he's saying, Lloyd, you know, I'll leave you until we get some rhythms for voice, you know. I'll just take it gladly. So it's with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu for now. And until the next time we link up, people, please abstain from foolishness. Even if it's your own foolishness, admit to that and abstain from that. So until we link up...
No, hold on. Abstain from foolishness.
You heard it first from the big man himself. So it's with that, we're going to bid you adieu. Until the next time we link up, people, stay blessed. We're gone.
All right.